Hey guys, welcome back to Field Goals and Forecasts. Before this video begins, I have to let you all know that due to some technical difficulties, including the camera just not recording, we are down a camera shot, so that it's mostly just James, and it's mostly just audio, if I'm being completely honest with you. A little different than how we want to do it, not how we want to do it in the future. Got to be better for you guys, but thank you for your support. Thanks for clicking on the video anyway. Just want to let you know before that one begins. Otherwise, the audio is still there. Everything is as is per usual. But thank you again for clicking. Hope you enjoy the video. The Chicago Bears have found life. They can rejoice. The city of Chicago does not have to go up in flames.
Yes.
They won a football game.
They won a football game.
Hallelujah. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Field Goals and Forecasts, presented by Afterthought Sports, now on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz.
The Buzz.
I'm Ryan Adio, as always, joined by my lovely co-host, James Derrick. Week 3 of the NFL is behind us, and what a wacky Week 3 we had. I think one of the weirder weeks so far in the NFL. I mean, there's only been 3. It's the beginning of the season, don't get me wrong, but come on, you gotta say, there were some mishaps in this one.
Lots of tendency breakers this week. You know, good teams that lost a game or bad teams that won a game. So,
yeah,
you know, lots of that. And that's weird. So,
one tendency tendency?
One tendency.
I really struggled with that. One tendency that hasn't been broken is the Buffalo Bills continue to steamroll their opponents, and specifically the Miami Dolphins.
Of course,
the fish have been squished at Highmark Field, and I mean they're just keeping it rolling. That's 2 AFC East opponents taken down, and of course Miami just feels better. When we beat them, it just feels better. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I mean Bills fans, I definitely thought we would have beat the crap out of them. We didn't quite do that. They did keep it close.
Yeah.
But you know that's almost to be expected with these tight division games, and I don't know why I ever think that we're just gonna beat the crap out of them every time. But you know, they do have enough of a roster to keep it close. But again, we still dominated. I mean, the score doesn't really do it justice.
Yeah, I mean, our prediction was what, like 40 billion to 3.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that bad.
It was not that.
I mean, Bills still dominated pretty much throughout the entire game. Not a single quarter where they didn't score. Miami started to slow down in the second half. I think, you know, they go into the locker room, they kind of figure it out a bit. We can look at the stats if you want. There's nothing really that jumps out at me here.
No, I mean, nothing jumps off the page. I mean, not a single Dolphin receiver had over 50 yards.
Yeah. I mean, Tyreek was held to 49. I mean, it's very close, but
yeah,
he had a touchdown. He did play well, I would say, against us. If I had to say, give me analysis of how Tyreek Hill played, I would say he was open. It was open a lot.
No, and there was even times where, I mean, rarely can you see on the broadcast that someone's open and then they get missed. Mm-hmm. But I feel like at least once there was a throw, you know, straight up missed Tyreek Hill. He was wide open. And he's one of those guys where if you can get it to him when he's open, he turns that into so much more. And that's kind of what Miami missed in this game and kind of has been missing. And
I mean, even just looking at the stats, you look, Josh Allen and Tua had the same amount of completed passes. They both had 22. But Josh had 213 yards. Tua had 140, is that a 6? Yes. 146. So just taking that into account, I mean, maybe Josh threw it deeper, whatever, but the game plan there is short passes. Make it easy for Tua, and I think that's what worked. Don't get me wrong, they played decently well. But when you take a look at the stats and you say, okay, he had 22 completions for 146 yards, that's pretty low per throw. Yeah. And there were a lot of checkdowns. Devon Achane got the ball like every other play. And then Tyreek Hill was open and they couldn't get it to him. I'm still not impressed. I've never been impressed with the Dolphins, but I'm still not impressed at all. There's a reason they're 0-3.
Yeah, you got to agree with that. No, I don't have anything else to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, James Cook played well again. 19 carries. Is that a 19? Yeah, yes. 19 carries, 108 yards. Dude, this font is really messing with me. Right, my eyes are not doing it right now. And then a touchdown. Devon Achane, 12 carries, 62 yards, had a lot of receptions as well. Tua, the interception that really kind of turned things around. That was the turn. That was the defining moment of that game. Just didn't see Terrell Bernard. I don't know how we missed him, but that was the big moment.
Well, the Bills pass rush kind of got to him on that play. I want to say it was one of the rookies, Dion. No, I forgot the name.
No, all right.
Forgot the name.
I don't know. Honestly,
one of the rookies got his hands up into his face. Maybe he just didn't see him.
Yeah,
but I would like to give a rookie.
I think
credit.
it was a no look pass. Actually, funny enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he did not look.
No look pass with the game on the line is very Tua Tagovailoa. But Dolphins fall to 0-3. Obviously 0-2 in division play, which 0-2 against the Patriots and the Bills. Those are the better half. I mean, I don't even know where you would put the Jets. It's like Bills, everyone else, honestly. And
okay, it is Deion Walker. Sorry.
Okay.
Little side tangent.
No, you got it. You were right on the first name. It gets hard.
Yeah.
Rookies, it's tough.
Well, you just don't want to say the wrong name, and then it's like, oh, look at this guy. He doesn't even know the rookies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay, whatever, bro.
Josh Allen. Not to go away from that. But
no,
Josh Allen. That's a name that I do know. 8-0 against the Dolphins in his career. Or I'm sorry, 8-0 against the Dolphins, not in his career, but at home.
Yes,
at home in his career. I missed a word there. 10-1 since 2020. That one game, one game in Miami that he got like heat stroke. You remember that one?
Yeah.
That was the one game that we lost.
What I want to say, we lost a lot of guys that game too to injury.
Diggs was out. I'm sure Milano was out. He tends to be out. Josh was exhausted.
Continues to do that this year.
It's just that was the one bad game we've had against them. But since then, we've absolutely owned them. 13th consecutive home regular season win. Unbelievable streak at home right now.
Yeah.
Something about Highmark Stadium right now. And I just want to look ahead at their schedule. Okay?
Yeah.
Next week against the Saints. I didn't even put it in our forecast because it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yams.
Yeah.
Cornbread.
Exactly.
This here is braised oxtail. That's all I see in this upcoming schedule.
Yeah.
Saints, Patriots,
Falcons. That's 3 wins. Regrettably, 3 wins. Panthers. That's probably a win.
4.
Chiefs at home. Gonna be a tough one as per usual, but at home, that's a win.
Yeah.
Dolphins. We own them. It's a win.
Could check the weather that day.
Good point. But it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks from now. It's going to be like fall, winter.
It'll be a little like chilly day. If anything, it'll be nice.
It'll probably be like 60 in Miami. Yeah. So that's a win. Bucks at home. I'm taking us at home every single time.
We're at home.
That's probably a win, and I haven't really loved the way the Bucks have looked. Texans, they're pretty terrible right now. That's a win. Steelers, could always be tough, but I think it's a win.
Yeah.
Bengals, they don't even have Joe Burrow. That's a win. Patriots again. Do you need me to say it?
Win.
It's a win. The Eagles at home. At home. It's going to be a tough one, obviously, but you could really say win here. And
that's
then
a good one for the end of the schedule, but
Jets, at this point, maybe we've already locked up the 1 seed. Give them a loss.
Don't forget about the Browns. You forgot about the Browns before the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I think that's
the Browns. Win. I skipped over them because it's a win.
Exactly.
Actually, you know what? That's probably the toughest upcoming game we got.
The Browns.
The way that they played the Packers, sure.
We'll get into it.
Yeah,
we'll get into
whatever. But, I mean, unless you have anything else to say about the Bills, the rest of the schedule is pretty much cakewalk. Not a cakewalk, but it's pretty easy. The division is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are bad. The Ravens are 1-2. The Bengals don't have Joe Burrow. Texans are terrible. The Chargers are good, but do you really think the Chargers are going to beat the Bills right now?
No.
No. What happened to the AFC?
I might have to say it's our year, but I'm not going to say that.
It's looking like our best chance yet.
You put it well.
Thank you.
Looks like our best chance yet.
This is probably our best chance to at least make it to a Super Bowl. Will we win? I don't know. The NFC looks very tough this year.
They've got some teams to offer up over there.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good teams.
Lions, Packers. Buccaneers are good. The Rams are good.
The Eagles
are good.
Come on.
The Cowboys are not good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to throw that in there.
Anyways, looks like it could be our best chance.
Yeah, but Bills Saints. Obviously, I think we know that what our answer is here. It's got to be Bills, but final score maybe it is away, if nothing else.
Yeah, I know it's away. This is gonna be another.
I'm sorry.
Is it not away?
It's not away. It's 1 p.m. at home.
Oh man, poor Saints. When the Saints go marching in, well, the Saints will be marching out of Highmark Stadium as soon as possible after that 40-10 butt whooping. 44-10.
At what point
score.
do we think Mitch Trubisky is going to come in?
Mitch Trubisky will come in, and it'll be 33-3. Fourth quarter, Mitch will come in. He'll throw a touchdown.
Okay.
He'll throw a touchdown to Tyrell Shavers.
I like that.
And it'll be
good.
40-3.
I'm going to go 41-10.
Yeah, 43.
Middle,
40-10.
end of third, maybe middle fourth. Mitch is coming in, and
so
that's going to be it.
Yeah, but my final score, because I said like many scores.
Okay. Yeah.
40-10.
44-13. Bills.
Yeah, again, showing just so much confidence in our Bills,
Yeah.
but I mean, you kind of have to after the last week, and
It's just been it's been like boring games. It really has.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's why I said that Eagles game at the end of the season will be good for the end of the season.
Yeah.
Just let's actually play a good team.
Maybe a Super Bowl preview, but
could be.
I'm thinking ahead here. I mean, obviously, injuries aside, everything stays perfect as it is. We get a couple guys back. It's looking good this year. It's looking good, but obviously, we have to keep the Chiefs out of the playoffs somehow. That's all I can say.
Let's focus on that first.
That's all I have for the Bills. We got to move on to our field goals of the week. And no, we're not talking about kicks. We're talking about the good, the no good, and the not even close.
Not even close.
In other words, what went well this week and what just didn't. And there was a lot of didn't. There was a lot of no good this week, but I tried to concise it so that the good is still even with the bad. Gotta keep the good with the bad. But start with the good. Got a bit of a joke one here. Aaron Glenn's touchdown dance. That was good. I will say I have never seen a coach break it down like that on the sideline.
I will say there was a time. I mean, I don't know if you've seen this video. Excessive celebration. Steelers get like a pick six. This was like 6 years ago.
Okay.
And the coach, like they already get flagged for excessive celebration. And then as the ref is announcing the flag for excessive celebration, you just see the player that got the flag and a coach just like doing like crawling towards each other. And then they do like a whole nother celebration. It was great. I don't know if
It's probably would have if it's Steelers, it's probably Mike Tomlin. Yeah.
It might have been Tomlin, or it might have just been like one of the assistant coaches, but it could have.
I'll see if I can find that.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, but really Aaron Glenn's touchdown dance after a blocked field goal.
That's the only one that rivals it. Sorry.
That is the only one. But yes, I haven't really seen a coach boogie like that in a while. And they still lost the game. First of all, let me say that they still lost the game. But
Stance was good.
Emeka Egbuka showed out, at least for the Bucs. Like that's part of the good.
Yes.
One-handed catch, clutch time catch. He's got some potential. Like he's got a lot of potential.
Seriously, he does, and he'll have some chance to grow into an even bigger spot in that offense.
Yeah.
With Mike Evans out, I know we're talking about the good, so hey,
good point.
Good for Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah, but they actually talked with Todd Bowles after the game, and he was like, he's not even a rookie in our eyes. Like we see him as like a seasoned vet at this point. Like they're just gonna feed him.
Man,
and. I mean, Chris Godwin's still out at the time of this, right? Could come back soon. But as of right now, he's wide receiver 1, which is huge, at least for fantasy-wise, too.
Yes.
Huge. But obviously, got to have a guy to throw to him. Baker has that dog in him. He really does. Another fourth quarter comeback. This is his 12th in his career since 2018, since he's been drafted, which is unbelievable. One of the most clutch quarterbacks in the league right now, if not the most clutch quarterback in the league.
Yeah, and honestly, there wasn't they didn't have to come back in this game. They were ahead going into the fourth quarter. I mean, the Jets, they let the Jets put 21 of their 27 points up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know you said earlier, Bucks haven't impressed you. I'm going to assume that's a big reason why.
Yeah.
But they are 3-0. I mean, Baker led them down the field and they win the game. But
I mean, obviously we haven't got there yet, but they almost lost to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Who'd they play week 2? Do you remember? I can't think of it.
Who did the Bucks play week 2? They played the Texans.
And they barely beat the Texans.
They did barely.
Who are not good.
They have barely won every game they've played.
Yeah. Yeah. So
sorry, but to focus on the
think
good.
about that, right? I mean, they're good. I just don't know how good. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
But I can tell you a team that is really good. And I had my doubts about them at first, but I'm now very sold on them. Give me the Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh-led Chargers. This team is 100% legit. That's all I got to say. They're 3-0. They won all 3 division games that they played so far. That is like a locked up playoff spot. I mean, obviously, it's too soon to say. But if they keep everything consistent, that is a locked up playoff spot pretty much.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, they couldn't have asked for a better start to the season. Yeah. 3-0, they've had 2 home games, whatever. They're divisional games. They're not easy to win. And Justin Herbert throwing up 300 passing yards in a divisional game, that's very important. That they only win by 3. That's big stuff. And big stuff comes from big players.
Against the Broncos.
Against a team that is good. 1-2 record right now, but that's not going to stay.
Their offense has kind of let them down. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But the defense has been solid. I mean, they should be a top 5, borderline 10 defense in the league right now. But they haven't been playing up to that standard. Sure, they've had a couple tough games, maybe. But I mean, they're going to get some momentum back. I still see them as a fringe playoff team. They're still going to be a wild card team.
I agree. I think there's a lot of teams just from that division that will be able to.
And we talked about it. The AFC just isn't that strong.
You can almost make a case for really any team in the AFC.
I do think the Ravens are going to bring it together. They're going to kind of figure it out as the season goes on. But right now they're not playing super well. The Chiefs, same thing. I'm sure they'll figure it out. But this is the worst I've seen the Chiefs in a very, very long time. This is the Chargers division to lose right now.
I 100% agree, especially with how well Herbert's playing. And like you said, the coach, the offense, it gels so well. We saw a sneak preview of it last year. Kind of shocked that more people didn't see it coming this year.
Sure. But Omari and Hampton had a breakout game in this one. 19 carries, 70 yards, a touchdown. Obviously, Najee Harris tore his ACL. That's one of the main reasons why he's kind of coming back to life here. He had a couple quiet weeks. But he's a rookie. He's new. He's a rookie. It's only week 3. I wouldn't give up hope on him. I didn't give up hope on him.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, and now Quentin Johnson's breaking out too. 6 receptions, 89 yards. Still, one of the top 5 receivers right now, stats-wise.
Yes,
stats-wise.
Sure. I was going to say, hold on. What are you talking
Stats-wise,
about?
he's top 5 right now. Period. Sorry. But on the other side, Bo Nix didn't really play that well. I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't really say what's up with the Broncos, you know?
It's almost like you can't quite pinpoint it. I mean, it's just weird. You're seeing things from the Broncos you don't normally expect. They allow 29 points to the Colts in week 2 and, lose on the game winner. And then offensively, they've had so many issues where it's just like, what exactly is the problem right now? Is it just getting unlucky, not executing on this, that, or that play, or what? I actually could not tell you what it is right now. It's just not clicking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got nothing.
And I feel like when things aren't clicking, it's just kind of like you just gotta wait for it to click.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at with these Broncos right now, and I'm prepared to wait another week, maybe.
I think. Do you sound the alarm right now? If you're the Broncos, do you start?
I think in a division race, yes, you sound the alarm. You say we're 2 games under these Chargers that we just lost to, and we obviously don't have the tiebreaker with them. We need to go up three more games.
Yeah.
And in that sense, they can sound the alarm, but I think they could still sneak into a playoff spot, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm not overly concerned about that at this point.
And the Broncos play one of the, in my opinion, probably the worst defense in the league next week. So this is kind of their make or break. I mean, we could talk about that later for sure.
Yes.
But this is kind of their make or break for me. Bo Nix having 25 attempts and only 14 of those being completions, only 150 yards and only 1 touchdown. I mean, he didn't make any real mistakes, but he's not putting his team in a position to win.
Played mistake-free football, but it wasn't quite the super. I mean,
It wasn't.
you don't
good.
need Bo Nix to be a superhero like a Josh Allen necessarily, but
Okay.
you want him to take some risks. That's exactly why he's your quarterback. He's got the arm talent for it, for sure.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you. But
was mistake-free, but
not great.
he gets a pass for a week. He plays a bad defense, as you
The
mentioned.
sophomore slump is a real thing.
Yeah.
Let me make that very clear. The sophomore slump is a real thing. But Bo, maybe we got to start pushing an agenda here. Like, you're slowing down a bit. I don't know. Anyway, got to stay with the good. We got to bit off
We
on a
always get so off
tangent.
track.
It's so hard to keep talking about good when there's a winning team and a losing team.
Yeah,
I know. You want
right?
to talk about the losing team, but it's like, no, you can't. But anyway, the Chicago Bears have found life. They can rejoice. The city of Chicago does not have to go up in flames.
Yes.
They won a football game.
They won a football game
Hallelujah.
against a pretty decent team. I mean, we know the Cowboys
Against a pretty decent offense.
against a pretty decent offense.
You know what I said about the Bengals earlier? I take it all back. The Cowboys have the worst defense in the
They
league.
do have the worst defense.
Worst defense. But let's talk about the Bears. Come on. We gotta roll with Chicago here. Caleb Williams, 19 of 28. 26?
28. You got it.
Dude, these 6s and 8s, it's really bothering me today.
Did you get your eyes checked?
Maybe I'll get
Have you been getting enough
contacts or
sleep,
something.
Ryan?
No.
No.
298 yards, 4 touchdowns for Caleb. Things you love to see. Luther Burden, 3 receptions, 101 yards, touchdown for the rookie. Rome Odunze, 3 receptions, 62 yards, touchdown. Tremaine Edmonds, former Bill,
Yes.
two interceptions for the man, and 1 by Kevin Byard in the 4th quarter from Joe Milton. We won't count that. Tremaine
No.
Edmonds, 2 interceptions. That's big. He hasn't really lived up to the contract they gave him so far. So that's
and,
something.
You know, he's like I don't know. I always imagine him as more of a run support guy. You know.
Yeah.
2 interceptions though. You'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about Caleb Williams. So he puts up 300 yards in this one on 19 attempts. That great flea flicker from DeAndre Swift. That was a beauty. 4 touchdowns. This is probably the best game, at least this year, maybe in his entire career so far. Where do you find consistency in this offense?
I guess so far, and you know, you maybe you'd still like to see this continue, but Rome Odunze has been consistent. I think Caleb Williams and his connection with Odunze is going to be so important for this team. So the fact that it's clicking now is good. But other than that, I don't know if there's anything that's actually super consistent about this Bears team. But I still agree. One of the best games of his career, if not the best game of his career so far.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what they wanted when they drafted him, first overall. But I think the Dallas defense could really make any QB look like a superstar. I mean, that's what we're seeing.
They're trying very hard.
Week in and week out. But that aside, Caleb Williams really has to find consistency. If he could do this, or even maybe not this, but somewhere around this level every single week, you call him an elite quarterback, you close the book.
And he was making some elite throws yesterday. It's not that the throws are too hard or this or that. I mean, he's got the talent to do what he has to do. Even on the flea flicker, he said he underthrew him all week in practice, and finally game time came and he threw a bomb. Perfect throw to Burden. But
make the mistakes in practice.
Exactly.
At the end of the day. But on the other side, Cowboys, Dak Prescott, 31 of 40. That's not bad at all. 251 yards, a touchdown. What is bad is the 2 interceptions that he threw to Tremaine Edmonds. Obviously, Joe Milton replaces him sometime in the fourth quarter. Javonte Williams only gets 10 carries for only 76 yards. That's a pretty bad game for him, I would say.
Very efficient, though, I would say.
Efficient, yeah, absolutely. And he's been efficient this year. This is what they wanted out of him. Not much more you can say.
I will say that's still pretty good. 10 carries, 76 yards.
And of course, tight end, who could have not predicted this, right?
Obviously.
Jake Ferguson, 13 catches for 82 yards.
He was catching those 5-yard hitch routes like it was his job. So
yeah, tight end 1 in fantasy. But that leads us into the no good, because I still want to talk about Dallas. Their defense is atrocious. And I said this at the beginning of the year. I looked at the depth chart and I said, okay, yeah, Kyrie Elam, Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland, Malik Hooker. This team is terrible.
Yeah.
And everyone said, no, you're wrong. And I said, okay. And now,
observe.
And now they give up 10 yards a pass on average. They give up 288 pass yards a game, which is last in the NFL.
That's really bad. I would say that's actually no good.
That is no good. Absolutely no good. According to ESPN research, the Cowboys have allowed the most completion and passing touchdowns of 25 yards or more through 3 games in the past 45 years.
They're allowing explosive plays at an unprecedented clip. They're bad.
Kyrie Elam has allowed 232 passing yards. He leads the NFL in passing yards allowed.
Yes, with 232.
The Bills, as a defensive unit that has not been that good, has allowed 248. The difference is 16 yards.
Holy cow. Kyrie, dude.
Say what
is
you
that
want.
A fake stat?
No. That is not a fake stat. Say what you want about Kyrie Elam, right?
Oh my God. Oh my God, that is true. Because Justin Fields literally only threw for 20 yards week 2. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He is almost allowing more yards than an entire team. And we're not the best.
Against his former team.
Yeah. Wow.
I can say getting rid of him was the right call. And I think at this point, it's okay to give up on it. I talked with a couple Cowboys fans very recently who will not acknowledge the fact that he's just playing extremely poor. And I get it. Look, you traded a 6th round pick, was it? 5th round pick? Somewhere in there.
So I want to say it was a 6.
It was a conditional 5th or 6th for Kyrie Elam, who, if it worked out, great. He's a 1st round pick. He's got potential there. But if it doesn't work out, you take him off the field.
Yeah. Just stop. Just stop.
And sure, a lot of those yards were to Malik Neighbors. Okay. A lot of those yards were to Jahan Dotson.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those yards were this weekend against Rome Odunze, Luther Burden. There's nothing. I know he's better in man, and the Cowboys have not played a single snap of man coverage, which I don't know how that has happened, but their defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, former Bears head coach,
great
has
coach.
not run a single snap of man coverage this season. And that's where he exceeds. Not saying that he would do much better, but in those one-on-one zone situations, he's just not playing well enough.
You do, and I know everyone likes to crap on Jerry Jones for trading Micah Parsons, but Micah Parsons is like a drop of water in the ocean to this defense. Any good that he brought was immediately undone by how bad this group is. And, I honestly understand it. Yeah. Trade away the player. You wish you could have gotten more, Jerry. But your defense still sucks just as bad with Micah Parsons. One player can't affect the defense that much. So starting to see the vision a little bit, maybe. But again, a little more would have helped.
The pass defense is the worst in the league. The rush defense is among the worst. I want to say they're 28th in the league. It's just a bad core. And yes, Kenny Clark has helped the rush, but they're not getting pressure on passes.
No.
So now it's up to their secondary, who is not good.
Not good.
I don't know. Say what you want about the Micah Parsons trade. It really wouldn't have mattered, I guess.
No, yeah. Like if they had Micah Parsons, I don't think it changes really.
It changes a bit.
Maybe,
sure, a bit.
Yeah.
They go from worst in the league to maybe third worst in the league, but the DBs still can't cover.
Yeah.
There was some stat I saw about Trayvon Diggs. He's up there. They're probably 1 and 2 with the worst corners in the league right now.
That's no good.
Yeah, that is really no good. I probably could have put that worse, but there's a lot worse. There's just a lot worse.
Like what?
Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
But I mean,
knew that was coming.
They're in the no good. I was thinking about putting them not even close, but Joe Burrow's out. I kind of got to give him a little slack. But
Yeah.
Jake Browning he is terrible, man. I almost don't know what to say. 19 to 27, 140 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Do you try to find another quarterback? Do you just stick it out with them?
No, I think because ultimately I think they still like Browning, and you got to look at what he did in 2023. I know I'm like the millionth person to say that. He passed for over 300 yards on 3 separate occasions in 2023, not without plenty of interceptions along the way.
Yes.
But I think that's kind of what the Bengals are looking for, is just something. You already have to play a backup, and the fact that he is capable of passing that well means you're going to have these games. You're going to have games where he passes well. He'll probably have more terrible games than good games.
Yeah.
But I think you'll get your fair share of good ones too.
Do you go and look for like Jameis Winston?
I don't know. I mean, Browning he's already built somewhat of a camaraderie with everyone on this team. He's been on the squad for a couple of years now. I think the chemistry is better and it's more in Browning's favor, just because he's probably thrown to these receivers in practice, plenty of times.
Yeah, I can agree to that. I mean, it doesn't help when your rushing game is terrible too. Yeah. Chase Brown has just been bad. 10 carries for 3 yards.
Ugh, man,
that is a stat line.
10 carries for 3 yards?
10 carries for 3 yards. Ooh. Samaje Perine led the team with 4 carries for 21 yards. It's just been bad. It's just miserable over there. I feel bad for anyone in Cincinnati. And when the Vikings defense plays as well as it did, it's really hard to say.
They are a very capable defense.
Oh, 100%.
So you kind of just punt this week. Yes, this week happened, but if you're a Bengals fan, you just got to forget about it entirely and move on. Ultimately, they're 2-1 still. I didn't even, like, you tell me Joe Burrow's out week 3. I'm like, all right, they're 0-3, probably. They probably lost the 2 games that he played just because they suck in the beginning of the year, and then, of course, they lose more. No, they're 2-1. I feel like
the record's not bad. But then again, the Mac Jones-led 49ers are 3-0, so it's really hard to say. Anyway, Isaiah Rodgers, got to talk about him a bit here. First player in NFL history to record a pick 6, a fumble return touchdowns, and 2 forced fumbles in one game. Oh yeah, and he did it in the first half alone. The highest graded game in PFF history. A perfect score. He was also a former Eagle.
Man. Isaiah Rodgers. That's probably one of those games where he's just running around like, how often in a career of an NFL player or a DB, for example, do they even have the chance to intercept a pass?
Yeah.
Then how often do they even get a chance to intercept a pass and run at all after intercepting it? Nonetheless, take it to the crib.
Yeah.
And then think about the same thing with fumbles and fumble opportunities and stuff like that. He played, as you said, a perfect game, but also, in my opinion, one of the most improbable games ever. I don't think you'll see this again.
No, I can agree to that.
Just not going to happen.
Once in a lifetime opportunity for him. And it's not like he's like a superstar, right?
No.
Sure, he's in the NFL, whatever. I'm sitting here talking about him. I get it. But he is a backup corner, right? They got him from the Eagles who let him go. He's not like it's not the guy you would have expected to do this. But I'm happy for him. I really am. And this is just not something I don't think if he tried to recreate this, he could.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you could recreate this, people would.
Yeah.
You can't.
Fair enough.
You can't. You can't draw plays for a defend, this. We're going to have Isaiah Rodgers intercept this pass on this play. That doesn't happen.
If they just threw it to him every single time, like that's the only way this could happen again. I'm almost sure of it. But we're talking too much good. We're still in the no good section. We got to move on to another team that has really been below expectations. The Houston Texans moved to 0-3 following a kind of embarrassing loss to the Jaguars. Multiple times, they were called like anemic almost. Like their offense just looks scarce. Like it just looks bad.
That's the word that comes out of people's mouths when they're trying to figure out a way to describe the Houston Texans offense right now. Anemic. Like picture starving child, Picture a child that hasn't had water in like 2 days, okay?
Okay.
That is the equivalent, like power-wise, to the Texans offense,
Sure. I mean,
an anemic child.
That's interesting. It's an interesting comparison.
Sure,
I won't touch on that much more. But CJ Stroud was maybe that kid you're talking about. 25 for 38, 204 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions to the Jaguars, whose secondary is just it's come alive, but it's really not that good. Nico Collins, 8 receptions, 104 yards, a touchdown. He played well. Nick Chubb, 9 carries, 38 yards. Pretty bad. Only 6 teams in NFL history have started the season 0-3 and made the playoffs. 6. One of those being the 2018 Houston Texans.
Okay.
But I just don't see this team making the playoffs this year.
No, there's
it's possible. It's just not going to happen.
There's something really bad going down in Houston. Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
And it's that the team is no good. And it's kind of falling on the shoulders of CJ Stroud. Somewhat fairly, maybe it's a little bit unfair because I'm sure it's more than just him who's playing so bad. I mean, the offensive line is obviously bad and they can't run the ball. But this kind of reminding me a little bit of the Miami situation right now.
Yeah.
Just how bad they're playing, even though they're not supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, let me preface by saying the offensive line is terrible, right? Offensive line is still bad. We saw CJ Stroud play good football. I just don't know where it's gone. And that's kind of the thing I don't understand, is he's not in the elite conversations anymore. He's not even in the top 10 conversations right now. But I don't know where that CJ Stroud went. That was so elite his rookie year.
Yeah, sophomore slump, more like third year slump.
More like career slump.
Slump.
At this point, I don't understand. Trevor Lawrence on the other side, he went 50% completion, 222 yards, and interception.
Didn't play amazing.
Neither of these teams played great.
This game sucked.
Yeah.
The game sucked. Did you watch the game? I watched parts of the game. We had 4 on.
Yeah, it was
at once.
Regrettably a very bad game.
And like a game I mentioned last week, that square, I did not watch.
Just didn't really look at it. Yeah.
I didn't want to watch either team on offense, and I didn't want to really watch either defense. These teams, both of them, as a whole, I just don't want to watch.
How are the Jags 2-1?
I don't even want to talk about the Jaguars, but they're 2-1. Congrats.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, they're 2-1 because, one of the teams they played was the Texans.
At the end of the day, that's kind of what it's come down to. But moving on, our final thing in the no good category, Derrick Henry has fumbled again for the 3rd time in 3 games. Derrick Henry,
What are you getting at?
through 2023-24, had 652 touches and 3 fumbles. This year, in weeks 1 through 3, he has had 3 fumbles on 43 touches. That is statistically very, very bad. And you can see his frustration.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people obviously memeing it, whatever. He is frustrated. He is so frustrated.
I think ultimately this could make him just become even better as a player, because I think that's just kind of how Derrick Henry is. If he finds some kind of problem in his game, I trust that he's honestly such a good player. He'll fix it. He'll play with a chip on his shoulder. I don't fumble the ball, and then just run through whoever's in front of him. But could this be regression? Is this what regression looks like in such a dominant running back? Is this what it looks like, as opposed to maybe losing a step? He obviously has not lost a step. I mean, just Sunday night or Monday night, excuse me. Last night we saw him blow past guys for a touchdown.
Yeah, he still played extremely well.
He's not regressing maybe in the normal sense, but could it just be something more like this?
I don't know. Maybe he needs better gloves. Maybe he just needs
I don't know.
more practice where they just punch at the ball. There's just something very odd about it, and something is wrong here. I just don't know what. And I mean, he could go the next 18 games without fumbling, and I would just say, yeah, that's Derrick Henry. That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm ready to talk about this next thing, and I just want to ask if you're okay with rehashing some of the feelings that we experienced on Sunday, as we talk about what was not even close. Ryan, your Falcons. They're 1-2. They have a 1-2 record. They just lost by 30 this weekend.
Yeah.
Just in your own time, maybe in your private life, when you're in your room, have you had a chance to reflect on what happened this Sunday?
I wouldn't even say we lost. We got blown out by the Carolina Panthers.
I didn't think they were capable of blowing anyone out. I seriously don't. I didn't think so.
Let me say this before I get serious. I think the Falcons, they could have done this on purpose, just so Bryce Young keeps his job. They lost
not it
on purpose so that Bryce Young could keep his job.
Yeah.
So that way they can just be mediocre for a longer time.
Even if you lost on purpose, there's no amount of money or satisfaction that could get me to lose 30-0 to the Panthers.
Yeah, no, that obviously is not the reason.
No.
And I don't actually believe that. But we just, I don't know. The offensive game plan wasn't there. Zach Robinson, I think, is a terrible coordinator. I would really prefer him not to be on the Falcons much longer. I'm not impressed at all so far by Michael Penix. I thought he played a good first game. Second game was bad. Third game was worse. He's not really taking accountability for it. I watched the post-game conference with him. He just talked a lot about executing. When a coach they lost really bad at home.
Yeah.
And they're like, Coach, what are you going to do better next week? We just need to execute better. It comes down to execution. We just got to execute better.
Yeah, Coach, what happened on this play?
We just didn't execute.
Coach, what happened on this play at the start of the fourth quarter?
We just got to execute better. The execution wasn't there, and next week we're really going to work on executing it better.
Was that Michael Penix?
That is what he said. He was just, it just comes down to execution. We just got to execute better. Yep, execution. I said it before, execution. You gotta say, you gotta give me something better. If you want to be a leader in the locker room, if you want to be a leader in this league, you got to take more accountability for that. He just hasn't really played that well. 18 for 36, 172 yards, 2 interceptions, one of which I can write off. I'm okay with. The other one, terrible. Pick 6, what didn't even look.
I mean, he completes 50% of his passes, throws a pick 6 and another interception, and then proceeds to say, we need to play better. I mean, yes, he is right. he probably doesn't throw some picks if some, the O-line blocked better on this play or so-and-so ran their route better or whatever. Mm-hmm. In that sense, I can understand. It's a team effort. You should almost never just blame the quarterback fully. But let the fan make that inference after they see you say, that was on me.
Right.
Yeah. We know you got to execute. Like, it's not a secret.
Yes.
Have a little bit of, be a little humble. Like, I let the team down, or something. Show your fans a little bit of, humility. I don't know. I guess that's all you can ask for after getting whooped 30
at the end of the day, like, the defense didn't play bad either. Like, they really did limit the Panthers. They were Bryce Young 16-24, 121 yards, a rushing touchdown. Chuba Hubbard only 17 carries, 73 yards. Like, that's those still are pretty low numbers.
Good. I mean, it's a low total.
Bryce Young put up 121 yards and beat us by 30. How does that happen?
No, I will say your defense did keep you in it. I think I looked at you at like halftime and I was like, you guys could come back. Like, you can't really ask for much more.
What I said to you was, we are just the worst team.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
We were just the worst team in the game.
It was like you were staring at a portal to like nothingness on the TV.
There's
like
just nothing I can say.
Yeah.
You just watch your team just consistently get shelled.
Ryan was not his usual self on Sunday, I will say.
It's like, what can I say? Like,
I mean, we can look forward to next week,
and it doesn't even look real. Like, I'm like, how is this team that has 4 first-round picks on offense not playing well?
I don't have an answer for you, Coach.
I don't have an answer either. I mean, Bijan always looks good, but that's it. That is our team right now, and everything runs through him. The offense is through him. Penix is just not playing good enough right now. And we have a tough opponent next week. We go 1-3. Okay, we got I think a divisional game after that. Then we play the Bills. Like, we have to win these easy games. We have to win these easy games in our division. End of story. Bryce Young's 3-1 versus us. Whoop-de-doo. What can you say?
Nothing. I mean, hey, the only thing I will say is you may not have received the worst L from Sunday.
Somehow, this is not the worst loss because the Green Bay Packers, who are considered to be, by a lot of people, considered to be...
I mean, us even. Like,
the best team in the league, has lost to the Cleveland Browns and Joe Flacco.
We were just talking how we might need to see one more week out of Green Bay, right?
Yep, there it was.
And, they played the Browns, and they did not show us one more week. They showed us, I mean, they gave like, what was it, like a quarter of a week's, effort in the win. Not effort, bad word. I'm just saying that it was a quarter of the Packers that we watched, I feel like. It was not their normal level of production. And the Browns defense, man.
Yeah, that's the story in this one. But let me say, this was another one of those squares I did not watch once. Until the end of the day. 4 minutes left in this game. Then things started to get interesting.
Then you're like, oh my God, the Packers might lose.
Yes, because at this point, they had scored 3 points in the first half. 3 points in the first half. They scored 10. And you're like, okay, it's 10-0 Packers. Guys, are we going to do something?
I'm not very moved right now.
Yeah, like nothing happened in this game. But what happened? What in this game happened to where the Browns are the winners? Quinshon Judkins, 18 carries, 94 yards, a touchdown. Great day for him.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, 21 of 36, 142 yards, an interception. Not good. Josh Jacobs, 30 yards in the ground. Matthew Golden was the leading receiver for 52 yards. They were just held in check consistently. Jordan Love put in the clutch, throws an interception, loses them the game. End of story. That's my final thoughts about him.
Yeah. I think Packers fans are going to just be grieving after this week. Honestly, they've taken me out of like contending eyes for the next couple of weeks, but I guess I'll be a little more scared of the Browns. That's my takeaway from this game, is the defense.
At this point,
the defense can win them games.
Yes. At this point, what I'll say is something happened week 1 between the Packers and Lions. It's a divisional game. That was a fluke.
Yeah.
The Lions are back to where they need to be. and the Packers are kind of where I thought they would be.
If these
Maybe a
teams
little better.
played each other next week, the Lions would beat the crap out of the Packers, you think?
Not beat the crap, but I think that they would win. I think that they would win based on their week 2 and 3 performance. 100%. But that's all we got for our field goals. Well, we still have our extra point.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. We still have the extra point. I got a couple games for James over here.
All right.
I've got a QB comparison for the second week in a row here. So through their last 15 regular season starts, we got QB1 and QB2. I'll try to put these stats up on the screen. 159.4 pass yards a game. 21 total touchdowns. 10 of those were rushing touchdowns to 13 interceptions. So this guy's got a very big rushing upside. 50.6% completion, which is not good.
Mm-hmm.
But through 15 starts, it is what it is.
Yes.
8-7 record. So it's a positive record. QB2, 203.8 pass yards a game. 13 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. He has no rushing touchdowns, but some rushing. I believe it's going to be somewhere around 20 to 30 yards a game. Probably less, if I'm being completely honest. 62.3% completion, 6-9 record. So he's a better passer with no legs, and his team loses. Or do you want the guy who can run and still do pretty well passing?
I will say, I mean, neither of these guys look great to me.
Yeah, they're not super close, and I thought it was a bit closer.
Okay.
Even 11 touchdowns to 13 interceptions is bad, but 13 to 12 is also very bad.
That's awesome.
Especially for a pure passing quarterback.
I really don't know who I want here. I feel like
they're both just bad.
They're both not very good. QB1, I think I'm going to give the edge to. I think I'll take QB1. However, I think that's also going to be a very one-dimensional offense. So
you're
take
saying
QB1 with my reservations.
QB1
it still might be bad.
The upside rushing, 21 total touchdowns, 13 receptions, 160 yards a game. 50%-ish completion, 8-7 record.
I like the wins too, and he'll probably throw.
Who do you think QB1 is? If you had a guess.
If I have to guess, looking at that 50% completion percentage, I want to say it's like Justin Fields.
It is not Justin Fields, but do you want another guess?
No, I don't. I don't have another guess.
It's Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson, QB2. Is none other than CJ Stroud.
Man.
In the last
Those are his last
games.
15. That's almost a whole season.
Yeah.
This is
Anthony
atrocious.
Richardson only has 15 starts. Let me put it that way. But
that is atrocious.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, CJ Stroud.
You chose Anthony Richardson over CJ Stroud. I just want to make that clear.
CJ, man, like I still have faith in you, but this is bad. The last 15 games, not been very good. Take that page out of your book and just throw it away.
Figure it out. I don't know. He has 2 rushing touchdowns in his career, both of which came in his rookie season. He has not had a rushing touchdown since his rookie season, which is interesting to think about.
Yeah. Well, he also hasn't even played very much.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I'm talking about CJ Stroud.
Oh,
but
yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Anthony Richardson in my head.
That's confusing. I understand. Next game here, and our final game before we get into our...
This one's interesting.
Fantasy starts and sits here. Can you name me the top 8 rookie rushing yard leaders in order from the first 3 games of the season?
Okay.
Who do you think is number 1?
In order. I don't know if I'll be able to do this.
From 1 to 8.
From 1 to 8.
Yes.
So I have to guess who number 1 is
least.
right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Just throw me some names.
I want to say, no, because some people had big weeks. I think Ashton Genty has got to be somewhere near the top, right? He's played fairly regularly.
Mm-hmm.
He's not number 1 though,
He
is he?
Not number 1.
All right. And I don't want to say it's Trevion Henderson because he hasn't had that many opportunities
It
either.
is not Travion Henderson.
It's not someone like RJ Harvey or something, is it?
It is not RJ Harvey. Let me make that clear.
Man. I know Bishal Tutin's getting some runs here and there too. And I know Cam Scatabo has not had enough rush attempts to be number one. Amarian Hampton?
Close, but no.
Close, but no?
Yeah, he's top 3.
It's not like Quinshawn. Quinshawn's only played a game.
It is Quinshawn Judkins.
Are you kidding me?
He's 155 yards.
Wow.
That is number 1.
Wow.
He's the rookie rushing yard leader through week 3.
He had almost 100 yards last week. So I guess.
And
man.
So that's number 1. You want to try for number 2?
Is it like Krosky Merritt or something?
No.
I mean, it's not like anything
You already
crazy.
said their name if it helps.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
now we just got to find the order. Right?
Yes, I do have to find
You've
the order.
named all of the rookie running backs at this point.
Okay.
So Quinshawn 1.
Quinshawn 1. There's Ashton Genty 2.
He is 2, 144 yards. So 11-yard difference between 1 and 2.
All right, and then 3, RJ Harvey.
No.
Or who did you say was top 3? Is that Trevion or
No.
Omarion?
That is Omarion Hampton.
Omarion
142
Hampton.
yards.
I should have known after such a good week.
It's getting tougher here now. So those are your top 3.
Bishal Tutin's been getting some carries over on the Jaguars, but is he on the top 8? Is he in the top 8?
He is in the top 8, but
Okay.
he is not number 4.
Is he 8?
He is not number 8.
Damn it. Scatabo.
No, it is not Cam Scatabo. Scatabo.
Scatabo. It's not RJ Harvey, right?
It is
I mean,
not
you said
RJ
I've named all the guys.
You have
so I
named
just
them
have
all.
to say the right names.
At one point, you did name him.
Trevion?
No.
I said this name?
Yeah, you did. I swear you've said it.
Can you give it to me? Who's number 4?
You want me to give you the team? If I give you the team, you'll know who it is.
I'm worried you're going to give me the team and I'm just going to blank.
I'll give you the pick.
Okay.
Round 7.
Round 7. Oh, man. He's a 7th round pick.
Yes.
4th right now in rushing among rookies, which isn't like fantastic.
125 yards. All things said.
125 yards. I don't know.
That is Bill Krosky Merritt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. I should have, I guess 7th
125.
round pick. That should have made it a lot more clear to me.
He's number 4 here. Now number 5. All names you've said. So now you just got to figure out.
Trevion?
No.
RJ?
No.
Cam?
That is Cam.
All
Scatabo.
right.
All right. 3 more to go.
Trevion?
No.
RJ?
That is RJ Harvey at number 6 with 80 yards this year.
Man,
Now
Trevion
7
Henderson
and
has
8.
just not had that good of a year, has he? Is Trevion 7 or 8?
Do you think he's 7?
Is Trevion 7?
No. He's 8.
Why do that?
Travion Henderson is number 8 with 65 yards. So number 7, you said his name.
Who is it?
Bishal Tutin.
Bishal Tutin, okay.
74 yards has outrun Travion Henderson.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was just why do I even think about Travion Henderson as much as I do? I mean, he was an earlier pick.
I mean, he was very high praise, high expectations. But yeah, Quinshawn Judkins at 1, very surprising. Ashton Genty, Omarion Hampton, Bill Krosky Merritt, Cam Scatabo, RJ Harvey, a lot higher than I thought he was. Bishal Tutin, and then Travion Henderson.
All right.
There's some other rookie running backs in there, like Trey Benson, but they're just lower, I believe. So
Yeah, or like Caleb Johnson.
Yeah.
Or
just not getting the touches.
yeah.
But that will do it for our extra point. Let's get into our fantasy starts and sits of the week. I am sitting at 10-5 with my starts and 7-8 with my sits. You are sitting at 7-8 on both fronts, starts and sits. So we need a big week here.
I had a bad week 2, an okay week 3. Let's get back to the good category.
Yeah.
Let's be good.
But let's start with my starts. We'll see what I got here. Let's start with QB. Geno Smith at Chicago. Chicago gives up the sixth most passing yards a game. Geno cooked Washington despite losing, put up a good amount of points. I think he continues to do it against Chicago. If you need someone to start, go with him.
I'm trying to go with some underground guys here. Might be a terrible decision, but I think after such a bad week, they're going to get back to the drawing board and they're going to have a very simplified game plan for Michael Penix Jr. against the Commanders. Yeah. The Commies have scored 20-plus points in every game this season.
Yes.
Michael Penix Jr. will be passing the ball for a lot of the game. And I know Kirk Cousins did play, but, and that too. Yeah.
They did almost beat the Commanders last year. That's something with Michael Penix at the helm. So that's something to take into account.
Sure. Yeah, but the Commanders are going to score. You're going to have to keep up. I think regardless, it's a good script for Michael Penix Jr. to throw the ball a lot. So he'll score some points too.
I like it. Let's get to wide receiver. I have the Chiefs' Hollywood Brown versus the Baltimore Ravens, who give up the second most passing yards a game to wide receivers. And neither of these teams really want to be 1-3 to start the season.
Yeah.
I think both of them are going to have to game plan something here.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Emeka Egbuka. Guys, huge. Mike Evans is not playing. He'll be down for 2 to 3 weeks, hopefully. So he's going to have a lot of attention. I would even go to say, think about picking up Sterling Shepard on waivers and putting him at a flex, depending on how deep the league is. So, Emeka needs to start. Take him off the bench this week if he wasn't already.
Absolutely. My start this week, someone who was probably on your bench last week, Omarion Hampton for running back against the New York Giants, who give up the second most rushing yards a game, and they don't have Najee Harris anymore.
Yes. I mean, for the foreseeable future, prayers up to Najee, but
yeah,
he's not going to be playing.
That is a good thing, but for Omarion Hampton's sake, for fantasy managers, he's going to get more touches now.
And I have the same exact situation for my start. Trey Benson, Connor out. Someone's got to run the ball, and it'll be Trey Benson.
I agree with you 100%.
And he gets a lot of the receiving work too.
Yeah, someone you could probably get for free in your league right now.
Yeah.
At tight end, give me TJ Hawkinson against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh gives up the most points to tight ends in the league. Carson Wentz really relied on him last week and continues to rely on him probably next week.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence was dependent on Brenton Strange.
That is a good point.
He's trending upward. He's definitely got talent. I think it was 60 yards or something this past week. So I think he's going in the right direction.
Random player too.
Very strange.
Be strange.
Yeah.
At flex, give me Nick Chubb at Tennessee. He didn't have the greatest game last week. I know that. But the Titans give up the fourth most rushing yards a game to running backs. If you need someone to start at flex, Nick Chubb could be a decent option.
Yeah, and for me at flex, I mean, if you haven't been starting him already, get Javonte Williams in there because I think we saw his floor last week. He only carried the ball 10 times, and he had 76 yards, but he had 5 receptions. I think that gets him a good spot where I think no matter what, you're going to get about at least 12, 13 points.
He's the number 4 running back in the fantasy right now?
Yeah, so, maybe not someone that I have to tell you to start. However, I know they're playing Green Bay this week. It's a formidable defense. Don't be scared. Keep him in there.
There you go. Now let's get to our sits. Starting with QB again, I have Jared Goff against this Cleveland Browns defense that looks scary. Somehow looks scary here. Fourth least receiving yards a game.
Yeah. CJ Stroud, you've seen his last 15 games.
Just put him to bed.
Put him to sleep until he plays well. Tennessee's got a good defense.
Yeah. Let's get to wide receiver. Don't start DK Metcalf. If you got him, ship him out to your nearest Pittsburgh Steelers fan because look, he gets like 3, maybe 4 targets a game. Minnesota gives up the third least points to receivers. He's just not consistent enough. Sure, he's putting up 10 to 13 points a week, but do you really want a wide receiver 1 that's supposed to put up, 15, 20 points? You want him to put up 10, maybe 13 on 3 catches? It's just not good enough. Put him on your bench, ship him out, do something with him. I'm not loving what I see out of him so far.
Yeah, and speaking of just not good enough, an early round pick that just has not panned out is Lad McConkey. I mean, he's playing the Giants. It's a great matchup for him. But I think it's more of a great matchup for Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnson.
Yep.
And it simply just has not been Ladd McConkey's year so far. I'm getting a little anxious about him. I'm not trading him yet, but he's getting benched this week for Egbuka, at least for me.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. But McConkey this is kind of what I expected out of him his rookie year, right? Sitting in the slot, not playing that X, and then they brought in Keenan Allen, who's now playing that X receiver. I think that kind of limits his touches a bit, but
yeah,
it's what happens. Anyway, let's get to running back. Chuba Hubbard, for this week, might want to be on your bench against New England, who gives up the second least amount of rushing yards to running backs, obviously, this year. Through 3 games, so it's hard to tell. Obviously, all these stats going to be a little inflated. But if you have another running back behind him, I'd put him on the bench.
Yeah. I would also bench Cam Scatterbo. I mean, his projected points this week, I think, is around 14. I wouldn't quite get on the hype train yet, even though fantasy is probably telling you to start him or at least put him at flex.
That's true.
Hold off. He's playing the Chargers. Bad matchup. And I think Tyrone Tracy is still enough there, or not Tyrone Tracy.
Evan Singletary?
Yes, is still enough there where he'll snipe some carries here and there, and they're just not going to be efficient to have a great game against the Chargers.
Have you seen the way that Cam Scatterbo runs?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's a dog. Like, he's a dog, respectfully, but like, he's not going to fantasy.
I don't mean this in a mean way, but it seems like it's only a matter of time until he gets a head injury.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Honestly, you take a peek at his
he runs like this, and I don't know if that's sustainable. But we got to move on to tight end, which we've talked about this before the show. Tight end is brutal. It's gonna be brutal. It's always been brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, sit anybody. Just get rid of the tight end spot in your league. Convince your commissioner. But Zach Ertz at Atlanta. Atlanta gives up the least amount of yards to the tight end. At least we can say that. But put Zach Ertz on the bench, I guess, if you have to. Might be a little bit of a less favorable game for him.
Yeah, I think it's also going to be unfavorable for both David Njoku and Harold Fannin. I think until one of them really grabs the role, or maybe there's an injury, it's hard to start either Njoku or Fannin when they're both there.
Yeah,
because they are liked equally. I mean, there's good in both of them, but it needs to just be one of them if you want to start them in fantasy.
I agree with you. But we got to get into our final thing here, our flex spot. Michael Pittman Jr. will be riding the bench for me this week. He's played well, but this is the Colts' biggest task so far. They play the Rams, who give up the sixth least amount of yards to receivers in the league. It's going to be a tough one. Plus, Pittman's not that consistent. I would leave him on the bench.
I would also leave Quinshon Judkins on the bench. I mean, he had a great week last week, but now he's playing the Lions in a game where they're probably going to be losing by a lot. So maybe have some upside if he gets some receiving work from that. But it's the Browns against the Lions. This game could be a crazy Lions 50, Browns 0 kind of game.
We'll see. The Browns defense is tough.
Yeah, I know, right? So maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know at this point. But let's move into our final section here. Our forecasts for next week. Obviously, we can't tell you the weather, but we can predict what might happen in next week's games.
Of course.
I am 11-9. Yikes. And James is 15-5. Pretty solid record there. But I'm looking to do better this week. I'm hoping here. Thursday night football. Seahawks, Cardinals. Do I say the Cardinals here? You want the Seahawks.
I want the Seahawks, but this is like a flip-flop. I think the Seahawks-Cardinals games are just always pretty close. Some of them turn into classics. I mean,
I'll tell you what.
I'm taking the Seahawks.
The Seahawks are the better team in this matchup. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm not loving what I see out of Kyler Murray. They lost to a banged-up 49ers. Give me the Seahawks. I can't ride with the Cardinals
If the Cardinals at least had managed to win that game last week, I would have been comfortable saying that the Cardinals win against the Seahawks, but not. They lost to Mac Jones.
And in a bad fashion, too. Yes. But the Ireland game at 9:30 in the morning on Sunday for us East Coast people. Vikings at Steelers. I'm going to be a little on the edge here and say Vikings.
I'm just going to go with the Steelers. I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers has got to win this game against the Vikings.
You're telling me.
You want to talk about the quarterback matchup. Aaron Rodgers, J.J. McCarthy. Someone sounds better.
Aaron Rodgers, probably Carson Wentz.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. Ill-informed over here, but yes.
Aaron Rodgers, a 40-year-old man, is traveling to Ireland to play football.
That's kind of
in
a good
different
point.
time zone. Are we really sure he's even going to get out of bed on time?
Depends if he has too much Guinness the night before, you know. Cheers, Aaron Rodgers.
I agree. But we got to move on. 1 p.m. Eagles, Buccaneers at the Buccaneers. Give me the Eagles regardless.
You know how tempted I was to put Bucks. Like, just know. Like, I was very tempted to put Bucks, but I said Eagles.
Again, I said it earlier. I'm just not impressed so far by the Bucks, but I am impressed on that second half Eagles, but we didn't talk about that game, unfortunately. Anyway, Ravens at Chiefs at 4:25. Ravens.
Chiefs just suck.
Yeah, I don't like the Chiefs.
Just bad.
Sorry. Sunday Night Football, Packers, Cowboys. Packers.
I also kind of wanted to put the Cowboys in this game, but I'm going to go with the Packers. I'll agree with you.
There's no way. I can't even see it.
I think after losing to the Browns, there's no way, right?
If they play a team with a formidable, actually, I was gonna say if they play a team with a formidable defense, they're done in. But they played the Bears, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
And then Monday Night Football 1, Jets Dolphins. Who cares?
Who cares? But Jimmy the Jets, just because the Dolphins.
I'll take the Jets. I'll ride with Tyrod.
Yeah,
that's my guy, man.
Yeah.
And then finally Monday Night Football 2, Bengals at Broncos. Bit of a toss up, I guess. Broncos have been playing.
I was actually close to picking the Bengals too. But
is this game at 10 p.m. again? That's the better question because
it could be at 10 p.m.
It is not. Woo.
What time is it at?
8:15.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That is really nice. I don't know who scheduled that game at 10, but never again, please.
Vegas Chargers game, dude.
Yeah. Oof. Anyway, Bengals, Broncos. Who you got?
Broncos.
Yeah, give me the Broncos as well. I'd like to see Bo Nix play better, but
yeah,
what can you say? Anyway, that will do it for our show. Thank you guys again for watching. We will see you next week. Take care. Watch some football. Bye-bye.
Peace.